All right, guys. So we're back here, back in the studio, and it's gonna look a little bit different to y'all because this segment is called Big Scoop.
It's the Big Scoop, man. Big Talk is our podcast. You guys know we drone on. We get to business. We have guests. We have the full production crew. But sometimes it doesn't call for all that. We just got to put out some facts.
We're trying
some facts and some opinions to the people.
Right. Bring the scoop to y'all. So. If you're not living under a rock, you probably saw what just happened yesterday on the 7th of January, 2020. There was a protest, a MAGA protest, and somehow the MAGA protesters took the wrong left and then ended up in the White House.
Capitol building.
You probably saw that happen, and we're seeing a bunch of videos come out. And we're just here to give y'all, our honest thoughts on it and what we're seeing. So what do you think, Matt?
So let's show them a little bit what you're seeing. We're going to play some videos up here as we talk. But basically, there was a MAGA protest. Make America Great Again, Trump, if you don't know. And they were protesting at the Capitol building, out front. There were police set up barricades to keep them from inside. There were police officers against protesters, normal things, stuff we have seen all year long. At some point, allegedly, according to everybody, there were Antifa mixed in the crowd, just like they do, causing chaos. Whenever there's something political uproar about anything, Antifa shows up to cause chaos, division between people, whatever it is.
We've seen it multiple times.
They apparently convinced the MAGA protesters that they needed to storm the Capitol building. Storm inside by force, pushing over barricades, cops, forcing their way inside while singing the national anthem and breaking in. And it turned into chaos. There was not much resistance by the police initially. So when it first started off, the police were getting pushed around, literally getting bears, drove back into the building. There was no organization. They were not trying to hurt anybody. They were trying to talk people down. It was very peaceful on the cop side. Whereas the MAGA protesters / Antifa, if you want to say they were there, were pushing through, causing chaos. You see cops on the ground. You see people smoking joints in the building, just doing ignorance.
Right.
You can't put it any other way. All the while protesting that the vote wasn't fair.
Right. So I feel like a lot of the discourse that's really going on right now is where was the cops' energy that they would project onto BLM protesters or just protesters in general? How is it that, I always thought that if you try to run into the White House, you would get shot down on sight. I didn't know it was that easy to just get in. Not a single person was do they not have guns? Because anytime a cop pulls you over, they have a gun on them. Do they not have them at the capital of America? What's happening?
We're not saying, the white people storm and shoot them. It's not about that. We're saying if it was one of us to be doing the same exact thing, show the consistent energy. Do not beat and shoot and rubber bullets, real bullets, still getting shot. Don't be like, it's rubber bullet. Nah, it's still getting shot. Motherfucker still hurts. We're talking about tear gas. We're talking about all beating people with sticks. All the stuff they did all summer during protests.
Right.
And now they want to be passive, let them through, do whatever. And people will say, there were white people in the Black Lives Matter protest too. Okay, I'm not talking white and black. But if you want to get into that,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And you look at the numbers. And you look at what we've seen all summer. And just the energy all around is if you're going to police a certain way, be consistent about it.
Consistency.
Because otherwise that shows, there must be a reason why they weren't consistent. And when you look at the reasons, when you look at the differences, there's one main one that sticks out.
We hate to bring it to a race conversation, but what else can we chalk it up to if we saw it happen on multiple occasions? You know what I'm saying? I feel like from the experiences I've seen, been in myself, have heard from my friends, if you just give an officer an attitude in the wrong way, you may end up slamming on the ground or this, that, and the third. But we're over here seeing videos.
There's a video we'll show now, the one at the door, and I know exactly what you're bringing up.
They're in the cop's face. You know what I'm saying? Literally jerking away from when they was getting grabbed. Bro, could you imagine being at like Food Line and the officer trying to talk to you just like that? Like, do you think he would have just let you go just like that, or do you think he would have tackled you to the ground, tased you to the face? Like, it's like, where is the consistency? That's just what we're trying to figure out. I mean, we're all about, you know what I'm saying, protesting your right. I feel like everyone definitely has the right to protest.
Peaceful protest.
And you know what I'm saying, we're not saying don't protest MAGA. You know what I'm saying? MAGA, you can do whatever you want. And you know what I'm saying? That's part of being in a free country. The right to gather and protest.
Well, I want to bring up the main point. Is that people are like, well, it wasn't MAGA that was breaking in and doing, that was Antifa. Okay, so you're telling me there were thousands of Antifa people? No, it was a couple of Antifa people convincing them to do that. Oh, okay. But all summer, Antifa and Black Lives Matter were doing this, and that, rioting in little. Wait. So you're saying that Antifa convinced the MAGA people to break in and to cause the chaos. And that was what caused the disturbance during the peaceful protests. But when it happens over the summer and it's Black Lives Matter, it's Black Lives and Antifa together, not Antifa convincing black people.
Right.
So don't come at me with that either. It's just such an argument has been like, I don't usually get too mad or too sided about these things, but there's a right and a wrong. There is a sense and no sense. If you're going to have a point and say, oh, well, y'all are mad, it's like 3 hours of protesting compared to like a whole 3 months of protesting, that's cool and all. But you're behind this because you see their point of view because it's you. And you want to argue it. And then you want to say everything that happened over summer is bad. We're saying both is bad. But don't say one person was caused by Antifa and one wasn't when you're also saying they were together and one and the same.
Right. Selective reasoning. Right. They're using selective reasoning. And we feel like if you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, be fair because you want... It sounds like people want the people. All right, let's be real. MAGA is being criticized right now by minorities, by people on the left,
everybody.
But the reason is not because y'all were protesting. The reason is because they were, you know what I'm saying, MAGA was so quick to be like, oh, that's what they deserve. Like they shouldn't have done this. They shouldn't have like done that. But it was like, you know what I'm saying, the energy was just a little bit different. And you know what I'm saying, we're just trying to see equality and consistency.
We're just trying to put the news out there for y'all and see what y'all's opinions are. Y'all can drop and have all the arguments you want in the comment section. Come with all that ignorant stuff y'all have been coming with on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere over the last couple hours, blowing up our inboxes about how you think it's not right that we're criticizing this protest, but we didn't criticize Black Lives Matter. It's not like that. I'm not on either side. I just want to see what's fair is fair and what's done is done.
Right, and just sometimes things aren't just black and white. You know what I'm saying? Things gonna be like a little bit gray, like this Soul Balance hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So cop the merch, drop in the comment section. This has been a big scoop.
We out. Peace.